pet influencers? Welcome to Petfluencer Secrets. In this video, I'm talking to you all about how to become a pet influencer and collaborate with big brands. But as always, if you're new here, go down this description, get your free workbook. In this workbook, you're gonna get everything that you need to know in regard to what pet influencing is and your free 2-day mini course online. So this is a huge wealth of knowledge. Go get it before we get going. But I'm gonna assume that you already did that, so let's go ahead and get started. So how on earth do you become a pet influencer? So pet influencer is essentially an online content creator who uses their pet in order to become an influencer. Influencers, content creators, with being that there's so many different ways to earn money, and it's a fantastic side hustle, but everything has to be done very strategically in order to, quote, become famous and actually make an incredible online income from it. So the very first step, get a pet. I know it sounds simple, but as a pet influencer, you can't really do anything without your pet. Second, you do need some sort of phone, some sort of camera. I do always recommend sticking with your phone at first. There's no need to buy some really expensive camera. Your phone works for now. Now let's actually talk about some important stuff. The next thing you have to realize is that you're going to have to at least dedicate at least 1 month of really dedicated researching and learning before you become an influencer or content creator of any niche. And why is that? There really is a huge amount of learning that you have to go through before you can just start throwing content out there. You see, there are algorithms and there are ways to be boosted in the algorithm or to be picked up in the algorithm compared to if you just throw random photos and videos out there. And one of the hardest things for me is when I see people just throwing out content that they aren't passionate about, just throwing out every video that they had on their phone and whatnot. And so if you are not ready to do the learning yourself, we have our coaching program that you can be a part of. But really what I'm talking about doing your researching. Now when I say do your research, what I really mean is to analyze different profiles, to really actually think about what you want your username to be, what colors of your brands, what fonts, what type of niche within the Petfluencer niche that you want. There's so many things that you need to think about before you actually just dive right in. Because as someone who has been in the digital space and influencer space for pretty much 5 years now, what's so crazy is I have seen countless people fail. But the time that people actually fail is after about 3 months. So we call it the 3-month hump. The 3-month hump is, you get the excitement, the drive, you buy the course, you get in the coaching program, you do your research and you start. And then after about 3 months is typically when people, those new habits are too cumbersome, it's taking up way too much time, whatever it is, and then you stop. And like I said, I've seen so many people, it's really heartbreaking, who go through this, who start new profiles. And it's not just in the pet niche, oh my gosh, it's in so many different influencer categories. So you cannot give up, and you almost have to know, be in anticipation of that 3-month hump. So it's like this, you get all excited and you're going up, and then it starts getting harder, it gets harder, and gets harder, and most people give up. Or you have to go, and you have to keep posting and keep doing it, because most people without prior experience, for example, you may not be making money after 3 months. Yes, it is possible, and we talk about that in the course, in the program, we talk about on the YouTube here. It is possible for you to make money before 3 months. But if you're struggling, it gets exciting if you make it past that 3-month hump. Another tip in order to get you to collaborating with those big brands is when you first start out, follow the big accounts. When I say big accounts, I'm talking 500,000 plus, and it's encouraged that you also follow a lot of medium sized. So about, I would say 100,000 to 500,000. And why? The idea is to start seeing what are the best practices, right? See what actually successful people do, because you don't want to reinvent the wheel. There are lots of people who reinvent the wheel and bring out their own unique editing styles and videos and content and whatnot. But you want to be really careful, because you also don't want to do the opposite, which is completely copying people's stuff. If you're copying what everyone else's audios are, what their editing style is, you have to remember that eventually you're not going to be unique. From there, once you have been creating your accounts, you have created your content, and you are on a roll. Let's say you get past the 3-month hump and things are starting to look right. you can then start reaching out to brands. And when I say reaching out to brands, you can find them on Instagram and reach out through direct message or DMs. You can email them personally. You can sign up for their affiliate accounts. There's so many different things. And I tell you, there are hundreds. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of brands who are looking for creators to make videos and photos and YouTube content and all sorts of content for them. And so there are opportunities. So I don't want you saying that you can't find anything. What's really cool is within our coaching program, there is a section that has tons of affiliates, pet affiliates, and different brands that are ready and willing to make content for them. And so there are options out there, I promise you. Let's say you are saying, I can make some content for some brands. Cool. One thing I really encourage is that you actually watch for sponsored posts that other pet creators, or even not pet creators, other creators out there that they are making. But pay attention to what other people do. You can get an idea for what brands want. When you know the video style, the voiceover style, the caption style, when you kind of already know that behind the scenes and beforehand, you can create for brands what they want right away. Then another tip that I just encourage everyone to do is to sign up for third-party creator marketplaces. These are popping up everywhere. And so this is essentially where you sign up with your profile, and you could be absolutely brand new, or you could be a really established creator. And either way, you can sign up for tons of brand deals. So this could be anything from just receiving free products to literally, hundreds or thousands of dollars per post or per sponsored deal. There are opportunities, there are ways, and this works. But if you have any other questions, you know where to find me. I'll be down in the comments. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.